Hey everybody, it's Tripl-L now. Let's talk Shokugeki no Soma chapter 244. Okay, so before we talk about the best part of these type of chapters, which is really just trying to figure out who's going to be going up against who and playing that game, let's appreciate everything else before we get to that. What I'm referring to is, you know, the character interactions, all the guys having fun, the little squabble at the middle about who should be going next and that everyone wants to go next, you know, stuff like that. So let's talk about that first. So, you know, it's really nice that we're in that victory party now, the victory lap. And we have the friends of Soma and the others breaking out of their jail cell. Good that they're breaking out of their jail cell. Great. Like, really, students shouldn't be put in a jail cell. That's incredibly I don't know. Like, that's just rude. But not the point. Just, you know, we had the gag with the jail cell, and then we also had the gag with them fixing the jail cell with duct tape. Very interesting that they would fix their jail cell, but when it came to the character interactions, it was a pretty chill moment. You just had people talking to Megumi and cheering her up. I think the most solid character interaction was Takumi and Subaru saying that Takumi's stalking game can get better. Look, man, that was funny. I like that. I really enjoyed that. I want to see more of Takumi's natural adhesiveness, and then other little things like Hisako just trying to help the group, just trying to make them feel better and get them ready for the next round. And then, you know, it's actually pretty simple beyond that point. Again, like, it was just a lot of character interactions. Saito being a relatively nice guy and being relatively nice in defeat. I'll take that. And then you had Momo still not feeling the best. She's commenting on how there's something missing for her, and I'm not gonna lie, like, the little sequence of Momo like taking a selfie with her food, that was interesting. That was relatively interesting. Just because of the, well, sorry, it was cute, and then it was kind of interesting just because she's in a bad mood. Other things that I guess matter: Rindo and Tsukasa, we have reason to believe that they are lively again, that they have energy, and Momo being in a mad mood and Erina going out front and center to take her on. Like, actually looking at it, it's a pretty simple chapter. The biggest thing, of course, is naturally going to be the conditions of Tsukasa and Rindo, and also Erina's stepping into the battlefield, which was nice, was really nice. I really enjoy that. Like, Erina was drawn very majestically in this chapter, and seeing her versus panel with Momo was also like a very beautiful shot. The art's, like always, the art's up there playing that game. But okay, let's start talking about the matchups. We have one secured matchup in Erina and Momo. The next question is, who are the last two members? I think it's pretty certain that Takumi's going to be going on there, and then the issue is if it's Soma or Ishiki. And the way that this chapter is premising it, like, Soma's talking about he's going to get the opportunity to see Erina in a Shokugeki, that biases me more towards thinking that he's going to be watching from the sidelines, not watching directly what's happening. Or not watching right next to her, but watching from the sidelines is what I meant. Sorry, I had a bit of brain fart there. Anyway, yeah, that's where my bias is at. But at the same time, if we look at the people that are already there, we actually didn't see Ishiki once the group steps out into the arena. Whether or not that's also a hint towards who's actually going to be there, questionable, right? Questionable. We do have to wonder, like, what exactly did Erina interject when she talked to Soma, Ishiki, and Takumi? What did she say? What was her rationale? What was she saying? Because if we go back to chapter 228, we know what they're about. We know how Erina's thinking about this. Back when they had that strategy against Tsukasa, these were her words, right? Their chances of finishing them off increase in the next bout because they're going to use their exhaustion to their advantage, and they'll be turning a loss into a win. That is the art of war in a regimental Shokugeki. Like, that's their rationale from last time. She wants to be able to completely exhaust people. And previously, we also saw the Erina strategy in that same chapter was to pit the best against the best. If we are going at that rationale, then Ishiki should be out there. It's gonna be interesting to see if he actually does show up. Like, I really do think most likely it's Ishiki out there along with Takumi and then Erina. I'd rather not be that way. I'd rather Ishiki be the last one to go up there, but we've seen the strategizing from Erina. And let's talk strategizing, right? Like, we go back to that chapter 228, and you remember like Erina was all about exhausting them so that they could have an easier round with them, and it's like, I don't know, Erina, did it work? I hope it worked. I legitimately hope that you got something out of that, because the people are rested. I think that strategy doesn't take into account the fact that they get a good night's sleep in between bouts. I think if anything, Erina's strategy did manage to hold off kinda Tsukasa and Rendo. Like, they skipped the third round for sure, and now we're going into the fourth. But I look at that and it's like, I don't know if that was super effective. It depends on whether or not the two characters are actually at the top of their game now. But if we were going to be really cynical about it, it's like, nah, they're perfectly healed now. Like, they don't care. They're just gonna go in there and they're gonna have fun and they're gonna do their best. Yeah, that whole exhaustion thing continues to be really funny to me. But Rendo and Tsukasa both seem to be in good condition. So that strategy point about exhausting their strong so that someone else can come and turn that loss into a win, yeah, I don't see that happening. Not really, because, well, look what happened now. It all really depends on who's going up there. Another really quick thing I want to point out is that Momo doesn't seem to be exhausted to the degree that Tsukasa and Rendo and even Saito were after their Shokugekis. Does that mean that Megumi wasn't that big of a deal? I don't know. That's something for the fans to deal with. But hey, this is what happens when you throw in the exhaustion, right? Now, what are characters worth? They're worth whether or not they can win or whether or not they can severely exhaust their foes. And Megumi didn't do that. So, like, where's Megumi's skill level? Of course, I'm just throwing a little bit into the fire because it's just a little bit funny again with the exhaustion point. And yeah, otherwise, you know, I read this chapter and it's, of course, the fun part is really trying to figure out the matchups. But overall, I'm just really happy that it's Momo versus Erina. I'm mostly happy because that kind of obliterates one of the theories about that Soma is going to be taking on certain people based on their order of appearance in one of the past chapters. I like that it obliterated that. And I'm pretty sure going forward that Rendo and Takumi are going to have it out because that's what they've been set up for. I mean, Rendo was the one that passed Takumi, so I think there's some justice him getting that spot. And then if we assume Ishiki's going up against Tsukasa, well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be really sad that it's not gonna be Ishiki winning against Tsukasa. I would really have loved that. But hey, we might also go into a scenario where Rendo is actually the really dangerous one. I mean, they could be pulling that. Rendo might be the best chef of that generation, and then it's going to become everyone versus Rendo. That would be great if it turned into that kind of situation. I'd be totally in for it. But then again, it would take away Soma's build-up with Tsukasa. And so, you know, you can't, yeah, what can we do about that? It's probably not going to happen that way. Anyway, I'm rambling a little bit, but it's a pretty short chapter. If you like character interactions, this is a chapter for you. If you like Erina looking like a boss, like a goddess, like, man, this is the chapter for you too. I mean, did you see that panel of Erina? My god, man, they really put in the effort for that one. And yeah, otherwise, it's gonna be a fun time for next week, or maybe next 2 weeks. It depends on when the next chapter comes out. I'm really excited though. I want to see who the other two are, and then I want to talk about, if it's Ishiki out there, I just want to talk and complain about how I wish it was the Ishiki. But other than that, pretty simple stuff. Again, my highlights for the chapter: Subaru telling Takumi that he could be a much better stalker. That was the best part of the chapter for me. But yeah, guys, let me know what you thought down below. Let me know what you think of the chapter, and let's call it there. Thanks for watching. Till next time, I hope you have a great day.